So I think the month of May for you, Taurus, is going to be about a time of reflection, and also just kind of taking a little bit of a pause before moving forward in terms of putting all of your energy towards something. Because the Three of Wands being your central energy this month. It's not the Two of Wands where you are pausing and, making the decision. The decision has already been made. And the Three of Wands is about putting yourself out there into the world and waiting to see what comes back to you. So you've already sent all of your ships out to sail, and you're waiting for them to return. So it's kind of like a time of waiting. It could be a time where you are pausing and considering taking the next step in a relationship, because we have the Ace of Wands here in the present, which I'm interpreting as kind of mid-month. So mid-month we have the Ace of Wands. And perhaps the first kind of week or two of May, you have the Two of Pentacles, which is indicative of, juggling and kind of, going back and forth in your mind about this decision. What is it that I want to put my energy towards, whether it's a new job or a new relationship, because the foundational energy is the Six of Swords, which is about moving into calmer waters, moving away from any troubles of the past and moving away from any troubles in the past towards calmer waters. So I'm just going to pull some clarifiers. So clarification for the Ace of Wands here in the present. Does Taurus need to know about the Ace of Wands in the present? The Magician. And what does Taurus need to know about the Five of Cups in the future? Does Taurus need to know about the Five of Cups in the future? Queen of Crystals. I'm going to pull one more clarifier. Does Taurus need to know about the Five of Cups and Queen of Crystals in the future? The Five of Wands. So, the fives are kind of an unstable energy. It can be kind of an argumentative energy. It could also point to some kind of internal conflict related to another earth sign. The Queen of Pentacles is an earth sign energy. And in the present, we have the Ace of Wands and the Magician. So to me, that is talking about seeing a lot of raw potential for something and really wanting to manifest it. So you have the Ace of Wands and the Magician. You're ready to kind of put your energy towards something. But in the future, it looks like there might be a little bit of a delay in getting that off the ground, or a little bit of a disappointment regarding being able to fully manifest it this month. Not to say that it won't happen more into the future, but this month it seems like there might be some obstacles or internal conflicts that you need to deal with before being able to manifest that. I'm just going to pull another clarifier. Five of Cups, Five of Wands, and Queen of Pentacles. Why are the 2 5s here? The Knight of Swords. So perhaps things have been moving a little bit too quickly, and towards the later part of the month is really a good time to be slowing it down a bit, and doing a little bit more of a reflection. Try not to let it make you sad or make you feel disappointed, but it's saying that, the Knight of Swords energy is maybe a little bit too aggressive right now, and it's a good time to be kind of slowing it down, especially if you are interested in another earth sign, because we do have a lot of potential here. The Ace of Wands and the Magician in the present, there is a lot of potential, but with the Six of Swords, it's a time to pause, kind of take a little bit of a rest, know that you are moving away from troubled waters and into a calmer and better future. But, if there has been any arguments with another earth sign, try not to let it, damage your relationship. And try not to let it damage your own relationship with yourself. Don't beat yourself up about what you could have done differently or what you should have done differently, because, it's in the past. All right, well, let's pull 2. Came out. We have struggle and creativity. So, with the Ace of Wands and the Magician, if this is not resonating with you in regards to a personal relationship with someone, this could be in relation to some kind of creative project. If you're an artist or you're in the creative arts, just some kind of creative project that you're kind of really struggling with, or struggling to get off the ground, struggling to complete, struggling to bring to actualization, whatever it is. I would say that with the Five of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Knight of Swords, it's saying aggressiveness or putting aggressive energy towards this is only going to make it worse. It's going to strengthen the struggle. So I'm just going to read the card for struggle, number 32. Struggle is a part of this life, so much so that you probably know people who seem to constantly attract one struggle after another into their lives. That's because this is their comfort zone. While struggle is natural, it is natural only so far as it lends itself to learning lessons and overcoming interpersonal challenges. Beneath every one of these struggles is the gift of enlightenment, the satisfaction of a lesson learned. Use this knowledge as the light at the end of your dark tunnel. What lesson is this struggle teaching you? Alternatively, after a brief setback, the situation will start to right itself. So I think in May, if you are, going through a hard time with a certain relationship or a certain creative project, know that it's only temporary. Another thing about the fives, the energy of the fives, is that they are often temporary energies. So don't let experiences or negative experiences of the past make you feel like this is how the story is going to go. You've been disappointed in the past, and, look at, this is just, so-and-so all over again, or this is just that relationship all over again. So know that whatever struggle or negative energy that's surrounding you or your relationship, whatever perceived disappointment, it's only temporary. It may be a temporary setback in May, but it doesn't mean that in June things won't start progressing again, or even towards the end of May. So, I'm just going to pull a Rumi Oracle card for the sign of Taurus. May 2018. Message do you have for Taurus? May 2018. Cosmic Heart. It's actually one of my favorite cards. I was dead, I became alive. I was tears, I became laughter. The power of love arrived and made me everlasting power. I have seen everything. I have no fear. I have the heart of a lion. I shine like Venus. I hear it and weep in sublime reverence. I bow to this living, beating, loving heart of the universe. It echoes throughout all of creation. In the moment of crisis, my heart cracked open, and I was given a gift. Though I felt fear and confusion, a gift came to me more powerful than those temporary ailments. That gift was the ability to hear the sound hidden beneath all of life. There is a time in our journey of love when the beloved is prepared to engage more completely with the heart of the divine lover. The preparation will be a rich process, spiritually speaking. It may also feel like being beaten, pummeled, simmered, and stirred in the pot of the divine master chef to become a sacred and savory meal, fit for the most heavenly of feasts. You have been through these tantalizing trials. The push to surrender fear, the realization that your attempts at control amount to not so much. So why not abandon them altogether? You have been asked to trust in your own heart wisdom when your mind was terrorized by nightmares and hallucinations of fear. They were so powerful that you were certain that they must be real, that you must be crazy not to run and hide, somehow, somewhere. And yet here you are, still loving, still wise, and ready for a love bigger than you have ever experienced before. So we stepped forward together, you and I. This oracle comes with a special guidance for you. More love is rushing towards you like a great cosmic tsunami. You will struggle with this blessing to the extent that you will attempt to hold on to what has been. So don't. Let go. Let it move you. You will perhaps get some water up your nose, but nothing will come to you that you cannot handle. You may be disheveled, undoubtedly. Yet as you are washed upon love's shining shore, keeping every hair in place will be the last thing on your mind. Instead, you will be too caught up in the wonder of perfection, realizing how deeply loved you are and how unnecessary it is to contrive a way to live your purpose. Instead, you'll have no idea what's going on. You'll be surrendered in passionate embrace, with life simply being your exquisite, crazy, unique self, saturated with divine love. So let your hair get messed up. Your destiny awaits you now. So I think May could be a period where you are undergoing some kind of struggle or some kind of transition or transformation within a relationship. And if this message is resonating with you, know that this is just part of the journey. It's part of the process. And, try to look for the gifts that these struggles are providing you. Are you gaining more introspective skills about, are you gaining better communication skills? Are you really learning how to communicate your feelings better? What are the gifts that this struggle is really providing you? If it's either an internal struggle or with a struggle with someone else, try to find the silver lining and try to find the lessons so you have a greater sense of who you are and what you really want.